following is a live presentation of Kid Camp VBS for Calvary Chapel, Carson City. It is created and aired specifically for children ages 4 to 10 and their families.
Welcome to our last week of Rocky Railway, where we're trusting Jesus to pull us through life's ups and downs. And we learned that 2 of you out there trusted Jesus enough to ask him into their hearts last week. That is awesome. So let's sing "Your Power Will Pull Us Through" to celebrate.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. We stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Trusting in you. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you.
It's been fun to have everyone riding the rails with us here at Rocky Railway. A long time ago, trains were the best way to take a long trip. When people started using trains in North America, they couldn't get all the way across the United States on one train. There was a train that covered one part of the country, so put your arms like this, and there was a train that covered another part of the country. And finally, they made it so the tracks connected. It was such a big deal that they put a solid gold spike in the train track to seal the deal. So take your 2 index fingers and link them together to be like that gold spike. Now the whole country was connected. This week, we're discovering how we are connected to Jesus' power. That makes me want to dance and celebrate. So drop your hands and join me.
heaven and earth, you are amazing. You hold me up with your This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. 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 Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. Okay, now let's bring it down. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. Oh, this train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train. This train. This train.
For the last month, we've been celebrating Jesus' power and God's awesomeness by looking for God sightings. That's why we have these wristbands, to help us remember to watch for them. God sightings are just evidence of God. We see them everywhere. We can see them here at church, at home, at the park, at the pool, at school, everywhere. We can trust Jesus that his Father God is at work all around us, and he is everything we will ever need. Let's sing about how amazing he is with the song In You Alone.
God of heaven and earth, you are amazing. You hold me up with your hand. You give me faith, and I will put my hope in you alone. In you alone. God of heaven and earth, you are amazing. You hold me up with your hand. You give me faith, and I will put my hope in you alone. In you alone.
I will put my hope in
We've met a lot of buddies over the last month, and well, we have one more buddy to meet. And I think I'll let this friend introduce our Bible point.
I heard everyone was steaming ahead with the last day of Rocky Railway. Glad you're here. I'm Lawrence Elk, not a moose, not a ram, but an excellent elk. Male elks are called bulls, and me and my bull buddies like to hang out way up in the Rocky Mountains. In the winter, we move down where we can find grass. But in the spring and summer, we head for the hills. It's important that we stick together with the herd. Some elk herds are as big as 400 friends. Although my antlers are big and strong, female elk or babies don't have these, and a hungry bear is hard to fight off. Speaking of these amazing antlers, they are pretty incredible if I do say so myself. Sometimes they come in handy when other herds get too close to mine, or I need to show another bull that I'm in charge. Yeah, sometimes we butt heads, even in our happy herd. But I try not to get too attached. Literally, they fall off every year and I grow a new set. How cool is that? God also gave me a unique power to help me communicate with the herd. That's called bugling. It's a little like roaring and whistling at the same time. It keeps my herd close together where we can be safe. Our herd even has scouts, a few elk who stand watch while others graze. We have to look out for each other. Do you have friends who look out for you? Friends you like to call out to when you're sad or silly, happy or hurting? Or do you sometimes butt heads with your buddies? Maybe you need the power to forgive and love a friend when you're not getting along. You don't have to do that all by yourself. Jesus gives you his power to help be a good friend. Jesus gave this powerful command in the Bible. Love each other in the same way I have loved you. If you're butting heads with your buddies and not getting along, you can trust Jesus' power and follow his words. Jesus' power helps us be good friends. Trust Jesus.
So remember, when you see Lawrence Elk, you can remember that Jesus' power helps us be good friends. Trust Jesus. Let's sing a song about Jesus' awesome power. Okay, this train is on the way to journey towards Bible Station. I'll see you soon.
No, just stay there. I've got it. No, it's fine. I'm taking care of it. Just stay there. Ah!
Wow, Cam, you seem really steamed up. Oh, it seems like he's really going off the rails.
You're not helping.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a train engineer thing. You wouldn't understand.
Oh, yeah? Try me. I bet I can track right with you.
Really? You're going to have to stop with the train jokes.
Okay, I'm listening.
Well,
But one more. I'm all engine ears. Okay, I'm listening.
fine. Well, so two people usually drive a steam engine. The engineer and the fireman.
A fireman? Like with a big red truck and a Dalmatian?
No, not like that. Like a fireman on a train engine is the person who shovels the coal and throws it into the fire to make all the steam.
Oh, okay. I'm tracking so far.
Anyway, we got a new fireman on my crew, and he is driving me crazy. He never, ever stops talking. All it ever is, hey, Cam, how you doing? I'm doing well. Hey, what's your favorite color? Mine's purple. Hey, you seem really old. How old are you? Oh, you're so old. Were you there when the train was invented? Hey, you want to hear a train joke? What do you call a train that's carrying bubble gum? A choo-choo train. That's so funny. Hey, why aren't you laughing, Cam? You don't like me, Cam. I don't think you like me. Well, that's okay. I'm going to make you like me. You want to hear another train joke? Why was the train so good at his job? Because he's in training.
Cam, it doesn't sound like you're being very nice to this person. It kind of sounds like you're making fun of them.
You just don't understand what it's like to be constantly interrupted when you're trying to work.
Oh, I think I have a pretty good idea of what that's like. Cam, being loving to others is so important. And if you're having a hard time being a good friend, you can ask Jesus for help. Jesus' power helps us be good friends.
Yeah, but what if someone just won't stop talking?
Jesus' power helps us be good friends. You should talk to Jesus, pray to him, and ask him for patience, and for the eyes to see this new crew member the way Jesus sees him. Maybe this guy's lonely. Maybe he needs someone to talk to. You never know what someone's going through. And sometimes the people who annoy us the most are the ones who need our friendship the most.
Yeah, you're right. I guess I'll have some time on this long haul on our next journey to practice being a good friend. I'm going to need the power of Jesus. Would you mind praying with me before I go?
Of course I will. We'll wrap up here, and then we can pray together before you go on your trip. And who knows, maybe Jesus put this guy on your crew so that you can show him Jesus' love like no one else.
Me? A job only I can do?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Well, I'm going to finish putting the supplies together for our next trip, and then I'll come right back here so we can pray.
Okay, sounds good.
Welcome to the Bible Station. Today we're learning that Jesus' power helps us be good friends. Trust Jesus. Jesus' first followers, the first Christians, they had sort of an inner circle, but they didn't try to keep anyone out. They invited everyone in. After Jesus died and came back to life, he went back to heaven. His followers and his friends told as many people as they could about Jesus. You heard a little about that with Peter and John's adventure. And then those people told people, and those people told people, and those people told people. Well, you get the picture. Pretty soon, lots of people believed in Jesus. Here's what it says in the Bible about those believers. Acts 2:42 says, all the believers devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching, and to fellowship, and to sharing in meals, and to prayer. So they're eating together, they're praising Jesus together, they're hanging out together, they're sharing with each other. Jesus' power made those believers good friends. And they wanted everyone else to join them and become friends of Jesus too. A heart is a symbol of a good friendship. And you've learned that Jesus is the best friend we could ever have. When we give our hearts to our friend Jesus, we get a lot of other friends too. We get each other. Jesus said that when we treat each other as friends, that shows other people who don't know Jesus that he is real. When we're friends together, it sends a signal that Jesus is with us and that we know him. It's a signal that others can see. Our friendship matters. That helps us show Jesus' love to others. It's important that we stay connected with other friends of Jesus. If this is your church, I hope you'll stay connected with your friends here. If you go to another church, that's a great place to find your friends with Jesus. And if you don't go to a church, I pray that you find a place where you can be with other friends of Jesus. However you do it, stay close to other friends of Jesus. And remember what we've discovered about the power of Jesus. Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus. Jesus' power gives us hope. Trust Jesus. Jesus' power helps us be bold. Trust Jesus. Jesus' power lets us live forever. Trust Jesus. And Jesus' power helps us to be good friends. Trust Jesus. Thanks for tracking along with us.
Welcome to Imagination Station. I really can't believe it's our last week together. I've had so much fun making discoveries with you every week. Today we're discovering that Jesus' power helps us be good friends. Trust Jesus. But before we dig into that, we get to ask you one last time. Do you have your imagination with you? Since it's our last day at Rocky Railway, we need tons of imagination. I was talking to my friend Lawrence Elk, and he told me something amazing. Did you know that an elk can weigh as much as 730 pounds? I said, Lawrence, how do you power up to carry all that weight up a mountain? And he told me that he eats about 20 pounds of vegetation every single day. Wow! Now that we have our imagination sprouting, let's find out today's question. How many toes do elk have on each leg? Do they have 2 toes or 4 toes? And the answer is, elk have 4 toes on each leg. Imagine that. Today we're going to be making power bands. We know that steam trains get their power from either coal or wood. So you can use wood power beads or coal power beads on your power band, or you can use both. But we get our power from Jesus. Every week at Rocky Railway, we discovered something new about Jesus' amazing power. So you'll add 1 cross bead to your power band to help you remember Jesus' power in your life. I'll walk you through the simple steps. As you work, remember that Jesus' power helps us be good friends. Trust Jesus. Find your Imagination Station packet in your bag. It's wrapped in green this week. I'm going to give you a few minutes to round up a pair of scissors, some tape, and a family member to help you if you need it. The first thing you'll do is to tie a knot in one end of the string and then tape it to the floor or a table. Next, thread all the beads you choose onto the string, making sure to include a cross bead. Remove the tape and have someone help you tie the string around your wrist and tie them so they fit just right. Finally, carefully snip off any extra string. Now you'll have some time to work on your power bands. If you don't get all the way finished, don't worry. You can always come back to it later after the Rocky Railway show is finished.
Everything he does, he keeps his promises, we know because, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust him, we can trust him, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust him, we can trust him, yeah. Oh, yeah. If there's one thing we can count on, it's that God will never let us down, and we can trust everything he does. He keeps his promises, we know because, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust him, we can trust him, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust him, we can trust him. Yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust him, we can trust him. Yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust him, we can trust him, we can trust him, we can trust him. On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. And I love that old cross where the dearest and best for a world of lost sinners was slain. So I'll cherish the old rugged
I bet your power bands look great. Every time you wear your power band, you can remember that Jesus has amazing power and he uses that power to help us. And since we know that Jesus' power helps us be good friends, trust Jesus, you can be a good friend by telling someone what your power band means. That way, someone else will know about Jesus' power too. I had so much fun learning with you. Thanks for being a part of Imagination Station.
Welcome back. It's our final Rocky wrap-up. Let's celebrate Jesus' power and sing Power Shuffle.
I feel it in the air right now. It's all around, I see it everywhere. It's the power. Yeah, yeah, God's power. It's the power to move any star. It's the power to heal your broken heart. It's the power. Yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. 'Cause God is here and He is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now freeze. And everybody clap your hands. Now stop. I feel it in the air right now. It's all around, I see it everywhere. It's the power. Yeah, yeah, God's power. It's the power to move any star. It's the power to heal your broken heart. It's the power. Yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. God is here and He is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. Let's do it all again right now. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now freeze. And everybody clap your hands. Now stop.
Our time at Rocky Railway was full of God sightings. We saw God in the totally true Bible adventures, in hugs, smiles, and in praising Him with music. Shout out some ways that you saw God's love and power during this last month of Rocky Railway. I'm listening. Wow, that's a lot of ways. This month, we've learned incredible truths from the Bible. On week 1, we met Ramsey. This tough guy helps us remember Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus. On week 2, we met Ava, a majestic bird who helps us remember Jesus' power gives us hope. Trust Jesus. On week 3, we met Sierra. This lovely mountain lion helps us remember Jesus' power helps us be bold. Trust Jesus. Last week, we met Finn, a terrific trout. Finn helps us remember that Jesus' power helps us live forever. Trust Jesus. Today, we learned Jesus' power helps us be good friends. Trust Jesus. What do you think is something that makes someone a good friend? Jesus is the best friend ever because he shares his power with us. Today we met Lawrence Elk, who helps us remember that Jesus' power helps us be good friends. Trust Jesus. It's time to add him to your clip. Find your Bible Buddy package in your bag. It's wrapped in green this week. You'll have time during this next song to add him to the clip with your other Bible buddies. Parents, don't forget there's a Bible Buddy app that you can get to continue some Rocky Railway fun even after we're done. Jesus' power pulls us through life's ups and downs. But most important, Jesus' power makes a way for us to be in heaven with him. Let's celebrate by singing, "This Train is Bound for Glory."
This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. 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 Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. Okay, now let's bring it down. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. Oh, this train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train. This train. This train.
Each person in your family is very different from each other. And when you go on a trip together, you can laugh, pray, sing, eat, and travel together. That's Jesus' love and power in action. When we become friends with someone, we might say we've made a connection with that person. It's fun when we make connections with our friends and family. But sometimes we do or say, or our friends do or say, things that hurt our friendship. For example, a friend might tell us a lie or leave us out of a game. A friend might say a mean or unkind word. These things can pull our friendships apart. Think of something that happened with a friend that sort of pulled apart or broke your friendship. You don't have to say anything out loud. When we're friends with Jesus, we can trust his love and power to be friends who stick together, even when it's really tough. Jesus' power helps us be good friends. Trust Jesus. And sometimes it can be hard to be a good friend. Okay, follow me over to this other table here. Hopefully it still works. Imagine that these bottles represent people who are harder to love. Someone who's different from you, someone who's new, someone who isn't the same age as you. Some of the things we can do to be a good friend to one of those are maybe to share our lunch or tell them a story. You can be a helper for someone who's older than you, or you can help someone who's younger than you, like maybe help them tie their shoes. What do you think is something you could do to help someone? Oh, there's so many things that I can think of. And I don't think I have enough steam to do all those. I think I might need Jesus' power to do all that. So watch to see what Jesus' power can do. Putting in these power packs into the bottles. We're going to see what happens. Hopefully this works. Well, I don't know. No? Well, we'll give it a minute and see what happens. What do you think would happen if we used Jesus' power to show his love and forgiveness to the world? When we show Jesus' love and goodness to the world, we change the world. It will be filled with hope and happiness. People can discover that they can have Jesus' power with them too. Then they'll be bold and capable of doing hard things. Looks like our experiment might be a dud. But it's been a terrific trek on the Rocky Railway. We had so much fun exploring Jesus' power and love. I'm thankful for all of you, and I pray that you all continue to look for Jesus' power. It will be there to power you through the hard times, giving you hope and courage. Let's wrap everything up by singing "Your Power Will Pull Us Through."
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 faces, for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise.